So good morning, everybody. My name's Helen Morrissey and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Brimbank City Council, for those who don't know me. And I'm actually really excited and thrilled to be opening this Brimbank Awards ceremony today. On behalf of the Brimbank Council, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Wurundjeri people, and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. So welcome everyone. Hope you're having a good morning so far. It's really exciting today to be here sharing this awards ceremony with the nominees, my fellow crew, the EMT, nominators and all of the staff, because you are the people that have made this happen. I'm delighted to be recognising our staff who have demonstrated outstanding performance in living our organisational values and dedication to our community first aspiration. Our values and behaviours shape the way we work together, and they are fundamental in the way that we treat each other and that we treat our community. Our values support our community first aspiration, which is about all of us improving the lives of every member of our community in some small way and on a daily basis. I think it would be fair to say that this is probably one of the most challenging, if not the most challenging year that any of us would have experienced, both personally and professionally. I'm sure many of you have stories about how it's affected you personally and also on a work basis. I want to thank you because what I have seen from this organisation is people that have gone over and beyond to assist our community through these uncharted waters and very difficult times, and you've done it with grace, innovation and good patience, and I genuinely and most sincerely want to thank you for that. I'll never forget the extraordinary effort from this organisation. The bExcellent Awards are in its 9th year, and during this time we have had 1,250 staff nominated. Because we have been so overwhelmed with nominations, we have decided that we would also award additional awards based on the COVID-19 response that we have seen from some people. This was a decision that was made after we saw the quality and the number of the applications. And so I just want to acknowledge that, because I'm sure that had we known that this was going to happen, we probably would have added this as an award and we would have seen even more applications. So I want to put out a shout to the COVID-19 coordination team, because they have been absolute towers of strength during this last 7 months. And I don't know what we would have done without them. So I just want to acknowledge you, because I'm sure that if I'd have said to this organisation, let's have a COVID-19 special award, that you guys would have been the recipients. So I just want to say thank you for the work that you have done there. There are 5 categories in these awards. They are: we act with integrity, we find better ways, we are respectful, we work together, and all of this helps us to be a community first organisation. I can't imagine the difficult job that the awards committee had, so I need to give a special shout out to them, because it would have been unbelievably hard. I saw the applications afterwards and I don't know how you did it, but I want to thank you for making the time during your schedules to do this, because it is such an important way of acknowledging the fantastic work that gets done in our organisation. So for a bit of housekeeping, because we can't all be together up on our beautiful 6th floor, what will happen is after these awards, you will receive your certificates recognising your achievements. I would ask you, due to the virtual nature of today's thing, that you keep yourself muted, and that those who are nominated for award, please keep your cameras on, because I will want to see you and everyone else will want to see you as well. The chat function has been enabled so that when an award is announced, you can send your love and congratulations, and I would encourage you to do that. If you are a recipient of an award, we'll invite you to the main screen so that you can be present while your nomination is read out. The BLT will act as our cheer squad, but if there's anybody else who wants to cheer, you can do it virtually. So enough from me. Again, thank you for joining us. I'll now hand over to Julian Sakurai. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Helen. Hi, everyone. My name is Julian Sakurai, and I'm the Governance Manager in the Advocacy, Partnerships and Community Directorate. Director Dan Hogan was unfortunately unable to make it to present today to give his love and congratulations in person, and he asked me to sub in for him. So I have the immense honor and pleasure of introducing our first category and our two overall winners. The value "we act with integrity" is all about being honest, transparent, and accountable in all the work we do. Staff who live this value take pride in their work and commit to serving our community. The nominees are Molly Jones, Christine Bell, the Closed Sunshine Landfill Working Group, Emma Taylor, and Amanda Rigby. Our first winner for this category is the Closed Sunshine Landfill Working Group.
Yay!
Prior to COVID-19, the closed sunshine landfills was the biggest issue facing council after it was determined that 75 properties, a mix of both residential and industrial, had been developed next to or on top of a former landfill that took liquid intractable waste. Council took a measured, targeted, and respectful approach to disclosure and developed an extensive community engagement plan to help those impacted understand the issues associated with the landfill. This was an extremely sensitive and complex project, and every member of the working group made commendable efforts to consider the impacts and make sure they were providing complex information in an easy to understand way that minimized community concern. Those involved in the program were Kelvin Walsh, Rebecca Solomon, Sue Ellen Wizzle, Matt Aquilina, Peter Fragopoulos, Matt Barker, Lee Newman, Lindley Dumble, Leanne Deans, Sophie Thompson, Kathy Hunnichin, Kristen Gilbert, Dan Hogan, and of course, Helen Morrissey. Our ICT and digital teams also provided a huge amount of support. Please join me in congratulating the Closed Sunshine Landfill Working Group. Our second winner for this category is Amanda Rigby, Senior Community and Council Planning Officer.
Amanda.
Well done.
Well done.
Amanda. Amanda strives to serve the community by continually thinking about better ways to approach her work and more broadly the work of the organisation. During COVID-19, Amanda has taken a whole-of-organisation approach to her work. This started with taking the lead role in reporting progress towards the COVID-19 response and recovery strategy. More recently, this has included working across and with the COVID governance structure to develop a plan to guide the future direction of the organisation in relation to COVID-19. Amanda is very much a can-do person who has very strong relationships with staff at all levels across the organisation. She's insightful and able to think strategically. Her work is grounded in accountability, transparency, and the need to report back to the community. And beneath all this, she's highly committed to the Brimbank community. Well done, Amanda.
Yay.
Congratulations to all those who were nominated. And it's now my pleasure to introduce Neil Whiteside.
Thanks, Julian. Congratulations to those two groups of award winners. Fantastic. So my name is Neil Whiteside. I'm the Director of Infrastructure and City Services. For those who I haven't met, welcome. We find better ways is the next category, which is recognising an individual or individuals who have strived to achieve the best outcomes for our community. They are open and curious about new ideas and ways of working. The nominees are... Okay, there's quite a few, so apologies if I mispronounce your name. So Mark Bonello, Aidan Said, Elaine Langham, Janice Manzella, Mabigail Assion, Mel McGregor, Marianne Robinson, Nicole Sharman, Ross Kingston, Ange Mu, Ben Bowman, Mahin Shariz, Ali Thornton, Gith Athul Kuraj, Matt Calvert, Paul Katasan-Giannis, and Mark Benella again, and Nilmar Hajan, and the Brimbank Leisure Centre's leadership team. We've got Danish Rajadran, Shutu Mathul, and Ukun Athul. And our first winner for the category is Mark Benello.
Yay.
Mark Benello, our IT Services Manager. Congratulations, Mark. Mark is recognised for developing and enacting a seamless transition to a remote working environment for staff due to COVID-19. In March, Mark had 5 days to set up 30% of staff to work remotely. This was challenging as less than 20% of staff had council-issued device they could easily take with them when leaving the office. Mark embraced the thought, let's save money, and proposed the idea of implementing a remote desktop approach that utilised existing infrastructure and could be hosted internally. Mark created a process for staff to collect some items that they needed for working remotely for their setups. Mark has saved council in the order of $55,000 in unnecessary software licenses, and 98% of staff at Brimbank have been able to carry out their essential tasks while working remotely. Amazing and awesome work, Mark, and we're so appreciative. Thanks very much and congratulations.
Yay.
Go, Mark.
Our second winner for the category is Ross Kingston,
Yay.
our Senior Sustainability Officer within the Environment Team. Well done, Ross. Not sure if Ross is with us today, but I'll read out Ross's award. Ross, as part of the St Albans Leisure Centre redevelopment, has almost single-handedly sought to substitute the planned standard gas-based heating system with an innovative alternative electric heat pump-based system. Once implemented, this will achieve Australia's first 100% electric, renewable energy-powered aquatic centre and demonstrate a pathway for all councils to achieve their zero net increase gas emission climate goals, e.g. 2030 for Brimbank Council. Great to see you, Ross. I'm glad you're there. Against all odds, and I know because I saw the amount of work that Ross put into it, Ross was very determined to enable this very much needed shift in future of aquatic centres to progress, including an amazing result of attracting funding support from the Australian Renewable Energy Agency in the order of $1.5 million. Ross, I know it was a really challenging process, but your determination was amazing, and we've achieved, or you have achieved with the team, an amazing outcome. Looking forward to those heated pools and heated leisure centres. So congratulations, Ross, all the best. And also congratulations to all the nominees, an amazing list of people. I'd now like to pass over to Lindley Dumble. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Neil. Hi, everyone. My name is Lindley Dumble. I'm the Acting Director of Community Wellbeing. We Are Respectful is the category I'm very honoured to present. This category recognises those staff who have shown to value diversity, fairness and equity and demonstrate empathy and compassion with staff in our community. The nominees are Pam Giamara, Kathy Caldwell, Deanne Spagnolo, Nicole Cox, Michael Shield, Sarah Salter, Maven Hettigeg, Matt Lauricia, Tony Vo and Mariah Mugree. Our first winner for this category is Deanne Spagnolo.
Yay! Congratulations!
Well done, Deanne.
Deanne provided excellent leadership with empathy and professionalism when tragically teenager Solomoni was killed outside the Deer Park Library this year and witnessed by several staff. Deanne arranged professional support for the team and liaised with the family and other members of the Tongan community to create a place where residents and staff could leave messages of support for the family. Diane helped the staff to focus on how they could help support young people through this time. Through respectful liaising with the Tongan Community Support Organisation, the Tongan community and the schools, she was able to assist them to be able to hold vigils that brought the community together for healing, all while keeping in mind the COVID-19 stage 3 restrictions in place. Diane knows and understands her community. She has always been a strong advocate for young people and has worked very hard over the past few years to try and develop a welcoming library for them to visit. She is to be commended for how she placed the team, Solomoni's family and the community needs over hers at this time. Thank you, Diane, for your outstanding work.
Yay!
Yay.
Our second winner for this category is Tony Valley. Tony's nomination was epic, receiving a combined nomination from over 15 staff. Perhaps we should give him a dual title with the Tony Awards. In the councillor support team and wider governance team, there are several stakeholder groups with varying expectations. He is one of the friendliest people you could ever meet, and he always arrives with a smile on his face, ready to tackle whatever the day holds. Despite the overwhelming amount of work that everyone does, Tony consistently finds ways to help his co-workers and other departments. He is quick to respond to requests and has that can-do attitude you want in an employee. He goes above and beyond consistently. Tony's efforts have been instrumental in setting up an operational virtual meetings, ordinary council meetings and citizen ceremonies. Tony tested Zoom features in his own time to work out the best way for council support to conduct online ordinary council meetings, planning forums and other webinars. Tony created guides for the governance team and wider executive assistant group. Brimbank welcomed 509 new citizens during the lockdown period, and council was directed by the Department of Home Affairs to deliver online citizen ceremonies. Tony was instrumental in planning and conducting these, writing manuals for everyone to follow. He also assisted the mayor and trained her so she felt comfortable to preside over the ceremonies. Council faced a very short deadline with regards to the renaming of the St Albans Leisure Centre. Over 200 naming suggestions from the community needed to be assessed against the naming rules within 24 hours. Tony quickly agreed to step in and took charge of the task, despite not having had much training or an experience with naming proposals. Not only did Tony produce an accurate assessment of all the naming suggestions, he completed the task within a couple of hours. I personally know that I have always been so happy to speak to Tony, and also so confident that I was going to be able to have a very quick response to any of my requests. Congratulations, Tony, and congratulations to all the nominees.
Yeah.
Well done, Tony.
Now over to you, Shane Ma.
Shane, you're on mute.
Sorry, I'll try that again, and thanks for that, Neil. Thanks for that bit of advice. I heard on the radio today, that's one of the new sayings of 2020, you're on mute. Thanks, Lindley, and hello everyone. My name is Shane Maher and I'm the Chief Strategist, Finance and Organisational Excellence. We work together is our next category that recognises the individuals who consistently support and encourage others and find opportunities to connect with others and celebrate wins. And it's probably really important in times like this where we're working remotely and not as connected as we normally are. A good sign of this reworking of this category of awards, we're working together, is there's a massive list of names that I'm going to read. And I think when you see the first list pop up, but you won't realise, I think there's 3 screens of names that I'm going to read. So we've had a fantastic result of people pulling together in this category. The nominees for this category are Jodie McGoldrick, Kim Duong, Morris Roberto, Ben Webber, Jason McDonald, the MCH administration team, Irene Stojanovska, Linda Aiken, Justin Baker, Matt Sear, Wayne O'Farrell, the Arts and Culture team, the Sport and Rec team together with the Leisure team, Bruce Willerton, Rebecca Light, Peter Laverick, John Haller, Sammy Qatar. On to the next slide. Angela Orphanidis, Anthony Amato, Dean Michael, Neil Maharaj, Shruti Mother, Irene Stojanovska, Michelle Smith, Sudha Vekatesh, Matt Garrick, Daniel DeLessi, Sarah Salter, Susan Wong, the Community Facilities Planning Team, the Leisure COVID Response Team, Mark Bonello, Daniel Bonello, Zishan Qureshi. Onto the next screen. Christopher Cook, Elise Pyers, Trevor Hodgson, Michelle Cropper, Hayden Price, Emma Hagan, Marie Piscopo, Sharon Abel, Damien Weavers, Stephanie Lee, Tommy Young, and Carlos Barrientos. And I think that's a long list, and it's great to see so many people nominated in that category. Well done to everyone. And the first winner for this category is
Yay!
Jodie McGoldrick. Well done, Jodie.
Jodie!
Jodie's not here today.
Jodie's not here, but there's a lot of cheers from EMT, because as I'll read out, Jodie's been a saviour for EMT many times during this. Throughout the COVID pandemic, circumstances led to Jodie continuing to work in the office building. While she did this, she made herself available to everyone to assist with things most of us couldn't do while working from home. So this included printing, collecting documents, binding, turning people's computers on when they'd been turned off, accepting deliveries, couriering items. She didn't just do these things for people her own directorate, she did it for people right across the organisation. And she did it with grace, enthusiasm and good humour. She really had and still is going above and beyond the normal duties during these unprecedented times. Jodie has on several occasions dropped off things to people's homes and that she'd collected from the building. She delivered them on her way home, sometimes going out of her way. This has saved many people from having to come into the building themselves. So thanks, Jodie, and congratulations on this award.
Yay!
The second winner in this category is the Sport and Rec team and the Leisure and Community Facilities Planning team. Well done to everyone. These two teams have worked successfully together to prepare a succession of funding applications to the state government that has seen council now awarded a total of $7.4 million towards council's sport and rec priorities. Staff from these teams have shared their skills, knowledge and most of all workload to achieve amazing results from council. The state government's feedback is that the high quality of Brimbank's funding submission sets benchmarks for other councils. Many of the funding submissions were needed to be prepared in a very short period of time in response to state government announcements seeking shovel-ready projects. Both these teams work closely together to achieve the deadlines by sharing the workload amongst themselves and ensuring that business as usual continued, as well as extra demands on preparing the complex funding submissions. This is an amazing example of we work together. And it's also, it's a massive win for the Brimbank community, and to see all those extra projects into the community is fantastic. So congratulations to all the winners there. I'm sure there's a massive team involved, so well done. I've now got the pleasure of handing over to Kelvin Walsh for our next category.
Thanks very much, Shane. Good morning, good morning, everyone. My name's Kelvin Walsh and I'm the Director of City Development. We have so far announced the nominee and winners of our values categories. Our values are the pillars supporting our community first aspiration, which is improving the daily lives of our community will be at the forefront of our thinking and decision making. I have the pleasure of introducing our first ever community first category and our overall winners. The nominees are Michelle Keenan, the Urban Design Team, Nando Castaro, Christopher Cook, Jennifer Bruce, Laura Montalvo, Twee Hill, Robert Keenan, the Ops Centre, the MCH Nurses, the Library Team, Marie Piscopo, Graham Downey, the Neighbourhood Houses, and finally, Traffic Management Team. Our first winner for this category is, drum roll, Brimbank.
Done.
During the first lockdown of COVID-19, while many libraries closed their doors and sent staff home, Brimbank remained available to the public and to our community. On the 1st of April, Library to Your Door was introduced. This service delivered over 60,000 items before stage 4 restrictions were introduced. This supported students in their studies, assisted people with employment, provided a recreational distraction, as well as a connection to others. The community have connected to the library program via the newly introduced Brimbank Library YouTube channel over 30,000 times. The library staff were also available to take calls, which is an amazing connection to, often people don't get a call during the day. So it was fantastic that the library team were able to do that as well. The Brimbank Libraries Community Engagement Initiative has caught the attention of the Australian Library and Information Association, the peak body of the Australian library industry. The initiative, which seeks to keep families engaged during lockdown restrictions by offering fun, free activities and challenges that are connected to books and reading, was featured in the September issue of Scoop, the Australian-wide industry newsletter. The staff are continually looking at new ways to engage with the community. They have embraced technology, both old and new, to make these connections. They've even created a blooper video to give themselves and the community a good old laugh in these challenging times. Fantastic effort all round and congratulations to the libraries team.
Yay.
And now on to our second winner for this category. And the winner is Twee Hill, Customer Service Officer at the Sunshine Leisure Centre.
Yay!
Twee is a hardworking, self-motivated and dedicated team member and is dedicated to the Brimbank community. She has signed on over 1,000 new members across the leisure centres, which equates to almost 40% of all new memberships, all while contracted to 31 hours a week. Twee goes above and beyond in all aspects of her life, both professionally and personally. Recently, she made cotton face masks for the community and various charities during the COVID-19 pandemic. She made over 1,000 masks, and rather than receiving payment for them, she asked people to donate directly to the Fred Hollows Foundation. From this project, her aim was to help 50 blind people to have the opportunity to see the world like most of us do. Twee is largely involved with our Vietnamese residents and has been pivotal in reducing barriers when communicating with our members. Sunshine Leisure Centre has many Vietnamese visitors, and her ability to connect these members of the community has been crucial for the success of this centre. This has meant Twee often helps translate information from English to Vietnamese, and has been known to assist large groups of non-English speaking members all at once to ensure they receive the most accurate information. TWE has also provided support to other areas of council to assist in English to Vietnamese interpreting. She's made phone calls for departments such as Meals on Wheels. She's a team member who is always happy to offer ideas and advice, as well as solutions to make situations and processes more efficient. She's also the first to celebrate a colleague's birthday and loves bringing home-baked goods to share with the team. TWE demonstrates a large number of skills that contribute to her customer service performance. Her communication skills are always of an extremely high standard. If she sees someone who looks a little bit confused or unsure on who to speak to or where to go, she's often the first who will stop, step in and see what's going on and how she can assist the customer. This dedication to our community earned TWE the Aquatic and Recreation Victoria Customer Service Award in October. Congratulations, TWE, and congratulations to all nominees. To close the bExcellent Awards ceremony, please welcome back Helen Morrissey, our Chief Executive.
Thanks, Calvin, and thanks everybody. I hope that everybody that was nominated feels incredibly proud, because I just think that was extraordinary. There were names that were nominated in several categories, so that just shows me how strongly our values are embedded in you. And I just want to say awesome stuff. Congratulations, and I'm so happy and proud that you work for Brimbank. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that kind of brings us to the end of today's ceremony. So thank you everybody for coming and giving up your time to be part of it. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank, because it must have been a really difficult job, and particularly seeing how many people were nominated, the committee who actually went through and selected, and their names are up there: Lindley, Palav, Helen, Kerry, Tara, Carol and Morris. Thank you very much for giving up your time over and above. So cheers to you. And I'd also like to remind everybody that to keep these awards in your mind, and when you have this experience that you kind of think, oh, I might nominate that person, and jump online and do that. But even if you just want to send somebody a card, we actually have cards on our intranet. They're values e-cards, and they're a fantastic little way of acknowledging somebody then and there. And so hop onto the intranet and have a look. So I understand that this is going to be, or has been recorded, so you can play it for your mums and dads and partners and spouses and whoever you want to play it for. So again, thank you for coming. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks to my EMT team for helping with the reading out. Well done. And look forward to one day seeing you all back in sunshine. Thank you.
Yay.